Shut up and do it. Amazing. Well, USA Today, America's newspaper, just announced its Women of the Year. According to the newspaper, that award is a, quote, recognition of women across the country who've made a significant impact. Okay, but here's the irony. In this Women of the Year competition, we saw a major win for the patriarchy. A biological man called Rachel Levine is at the very top of the list. Now, Levine is a former health official in the state of Pennsylvania who forced nursing homes to take COVID-positive patients, even as Levine snuck Levine's mother into a private facility. Now Levine is a fake admiral, and we're told a woman. Candace Owens is a woman, so we thought she could assess. She's the host of Candace, and we're happy to have her join us tonight. Candace Owens, Woman of the Year, Rachel Levine. Do you feel honored to have this new addition to the sisterhood, or do you have other feelings?
What's a woman, Tucker? I'm confused. I don't know what a woman is anymore. Look, it's funny, and it's also pointedly ridiculous, and it kind of gets back to what I always say, which is that with progressives, they're always so progressive that they're actually just regressive, right? We saw this in terms of race. We were once the country that was aspiring towards not being able to judge each other by the color of our skin. Now we basically say, no. We have to only judge each other exclusively by the color of our skin. Same thing in the category of feminism, right? Early feminism, we were trying to create a space for women that was separate from men. We wanted women's sports. We wanted women to be able to compete differently. We had women that train, from the time that they're kids all the way up through college, to trying to compete at the level to say against other women. Well, now you can just throw on a wig and say, actually, I'm a woman too, and you can crush all of their records because it's so progressive. It's actually regressive. We're actually erasing women. And sadly, it was the feminists that got behind this early on that didn't have the courage to say, no, actually, that's a man that we're looking at, and feminists should be fighting this tooth and nail. By the way, where's Hillary Clinton? I don't want her perspective on Russia and Ukraine. I want to hear her perspective on this category. I want to hear her perspective on the person who ran on, oh my gosh, women are so oppressed and I'm a woman and vote for me because I'm a woman. She seems suspiciously quiet on this topic, doesn't want to really touch this topic about men taking the spots of women, something that is actually representing an existential crisis for these young women who I said earlier are competing in these categories. So it's ridiculous. Bigger question, Tucker, why are they doing this? You always have to ask with the left because it's always something Machiavellian, and it gets back to Marxist ideology over and over again. It's always about disrupting the family unit. The government gains more power when people are confused, right? If you don't know whether you're a woman or a man, you're not going to have a functional nuclear family unit, right? Instead, you're going to be dysfunctional. Dysfunctional people tend to rely upon the government. That's what's happening right now. That's what you're seeing this push for.
I mean, I've asked this a million times, but I still don't know the answer. If Rachel Levine can declare I'm a woman, then why can't I declare I'm Samoan and demand that you respect me? Is because I don't have the Human Rights Campaign backing me up? Like, what's the honest answer? If we can be whatever we want to be because we wished it, why can't I be whatever I want to be?
Well, I think we need to turn around and Rachel Dolezal has owned an apology. So who cares if she was born white? Who cares if she was tinting her skin color? She felt on the inside that she was a black woman. And I feel it's absolutely ridiculous to state that a woman can be a man can be a woman. Well, why aren't you black, Tucker? And why aren't I white? Why can't we just pick our races as well? It's that ridiculous. And that, by the way, is a question that trans people never want to answer. Can you just pick your race? And they go, oh, of course you can't pick your race. Of course you can't pick your race, and of course you can't pick your gender. You're born the way that you are. But what we're talking about, Tucker, of course, is reality, and the left doesn't work in reality.
I mean, of course. I mean, and by the way, race is a much shallower category than gender. I mean, the sex differences are much deeper than racial differences. So, like, if you can change your sex, whatever. It's too crazy, and thank you for not playing along. I appreciate it. So, in a story